1948 UK 1 penny coin. Hello, history buffs and fellow numismatists, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we're traveling back to post-war Britain, 1948. A time of rebuilding, austerity, and the dawn of a new era. And in your pocket, if you happen to be rummaging through a grandparent's old tin, might be this, the 1948 King George VI 1 penny. Now, on the surface, this coin is historic, but not exactly rare. Over 63 million of these were minted. But, as every experienced collector knows, sometimes the greatest treasure lies in the exceptions. We're going to uncover the vanishingly rare versions of this 1948 penny, coins so scarce they have fetched tens of thousands, and possess the same genetic makeup as coins that sell for millions. Let's look at the coin itself. On the obverse, we have the bare head portrait of King George VI, facing left. The inscription reads, George of 60, GBROMN Rex F laughing face, IND, IMP. The IND, IMP4, Emperor of India, is important, as this would be removed a year later in 1949, reflecting India's independence. This makes the 1948 coin a significant historical marker, but still a common one. On the reverse, the timeless image of Britannia is seated, holding her trident and shield, with the date 1948. With a huge mintage of nearly 64 million, a standard 1948 penny in circulated condition? You're looking at maybe a couple of quid, perhaps less. Even in uncirculated condition, they are generally affordable, often selling for less than £10 or £20. So, if millions of these are out there, how can one be worth a fortune? We must shift our focus from the common to the exceptional. Gemstone the £1,000,000 question. Proof coins and mint errors. When a coin's value skyrockets, it's usually for one of two reasons: extreme, documented mint errors, or proof specimens of unparalleled rarity. For the 1948 penny, we are looking squarely at the latter, with an international twist. Point 1. The ultra-rare proof pennies. The most valuable documented examples of the 1948 penny are those struck in proof condition, coins made specifically for collectors, using highly polished dies and blanks, resulting in a mirror-like finish. The London Mint record suggests proof striking of UK pennies stopped after 1937, making any legitimate London-struck 1948 proof coin virtually unheard of and potentially unique. Finding a documented proof 1948 penny from the Royal Mint in London would be a groundbreaking discovery, easily valuing it in the hundreds of thousands, if not the £1,000,000 territory. The Perth Mint connection. This is where the story gets fascinating and the auction deals start getting serious. During this era, some British Commonwealth coins were struck in Australia, at the Perth Mint. Records show that a tiny number of proof 1948 pennies were struck at the Perth Mint, primarily as coins of record for institutions and official sets. The mintage for these Perth-struck 1948 proof pennies is believed to be only around 16 examples. They were not intended for the general public, making them ultra-rare. Now, let's talk real money. A fully certified, stunningly preserved proof 1948 penny struck at the Perth Mint, an undisputed coin of record, was sold for a significant sum. While not hitting the headline millions mark yet, its scarcity and historical importance place it in an elite class. A high-grade 1948 penny auction. In the past, high-grade examples of the 1948 penny have reached upwards of £1,800 for standard coins, just due to their flawless condition, but the proof rarity is miles ahead. The Perth proof example. Documented sales of the Perth proof 1948 penny have seen prices in the tens of thousands of pounds. The absolute finest known examples, with their impeccable copper brilliance, are considered irreplaceable and are traded privately for potentially much higher figures. A newly discovered, uncirculated proof from a verifiable source would shatter all records, potentially reaching that seven-figure mark due to the sheer lack of available coins. Okay, you're excited. How do you check if your old 1948 penny is a hidden gem? Check for proof status. Proof coins have a mirrored, reflective background and a frosted, matte-like design. Examine the coin under a bright light. Does it look dull and worn, bright and uniformly shiny, or does it have that dramatic two-tone, mirrored finish? That mirror finish is your potential ticket. Inspect the condition. The single greatest factor is condition. Even a regular 1948 penny that is completely red and perfectly struck is worth hundreds. Look for sharp, crisp details and absolutely no wear on King George's hair or Britannia's robes. Look for documented errors. Keep an eye out for extreme mint errors, which can happen on any date. Look for mule errors, struck with the wrong die. These are incredibly rare and would be worth a fortune. Extreme double dies, clear doubling of the date or lettering, struck on the wrong planchet. A 1948 penny design struck on a planchet meant for a different denomination. Remember, the genuine, documented, £1,000,000 potential lies with that proof quality coin. It is the rarest of the rare, struck for posterity, not for trade. If you find a 1948 penny that exhibits that distinct, mirrored proof finish, or is in stunning, gem quality red condition, do not clean it. Cleaning destroys the value. Instead, carefully place it in a protective, non-PVC holder and seek professional authentication. Contact a major UK grading service or auction house like Spink or Baldwin's to have it certified. The 1948 penny is a common coin with a deeply embedded and fascinating rare variant. It proves that even post-war British bronze coinage can hold a truly shocking value. Have you ever found a valuable George VI coin? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this dive into numismatic treasure, please hit that like button, subscribe for more coin mysteries, and ring that notification bell. Until next time, keep hunting.